Initially, I didn't want to cover the Kingsman drama again. I kind of said what I had to say. I don't want to just ride the wave and just abuse somebody's name and drama for clout, but some new drama unfolded this time, and it's unfortunate actually. So long story short, Kingsman's friend, PicknRoll, or somebody he was friends with before this happened, ended up turning on him because it was the trendy thing to kind of do, or at the time it was perceived as the right thing to do before everybody started defending Kingsman. But then it spiraled out into a mini series where people started putting PicknRoll against Kingsman, and then PicknRoll started using Kingsman name as like a way to try to boost his numbers and creating like this whole toxic mini series apparently. And then another one of Kingsman's friends came out and was actually saying, guys, I actually don't like Kingsman and he's actually a terrible person. And so this led to 3 of Kingsman's friends turning against him, probably 4. I'm not sure if they knew or was cool with Kingsman either. I'm gonna show some clips, but if you want to see the full context, go watch Kingsman's video on it. He obviously talked more about it, or go watch the VODs like he said as well.
Tournament is content first, competitive second, right? You are competitive for the sake of content, all right? You cannot tell Zaza that she cannot play her main content character because it will sabotage the competitive aspect. That right there, literally 2 seconds. This is my first time seeing this clip. He just called her ass. He said, if you run your content character for the sake of content, like, we're gonna lose. He does not want her farming content in a content tournament. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
And so this is his friend PicknRoll. Apparently PicknRoll was just basically, as you've seen from the clip, saying that it's a content creation tournament and he shouldn't expect to be so competitive, which was low-key the first opinion I had until I had to sit down and think about it. Like, you know, the reason why tournaments are enjoyable to watch is because they're competitive to begin with. You know, you should again want to win. He's not wrong for wanting to win, and I can get that it probably comes off mean towards Zaza, which at first it seemed mildly annoying, but they just like overdid it like severely, and that's why this whole thing blew up to begin with. And he's trying to be a fence sitter here by saying, well, I actually do understand Kingsman a bit, but at the same time you're calling her ass, which kinda, except for the fact Kingsman isn't calling her ass. He's saying she didn't want to play Widow because she was lagging, and she's playing a character that's literally a sniper in a fast-paced hero shooter, and not to mention this hero can't one-shot kill either. So she's playing a sniper that takes a long time to get kills on.
They are going to explode Zaza in 0.2 seconds and then go on our supports.
They're not.
They are.
That's not how it works, Bessie.
That
Mind
is
you,
how it works.
Widow has like the strongest anti-dive ability like in the game, but that's fucking.
I'm not
that's
doubting
that's
her. You are misunderstanding.
Can we
Yes, but if we
pause
have
it down?
Bucky,
I have
they are
another
going
take
to get
give.
shit
I have another
on.
take to give, unironically. Okay, so again, that was probably like he was trying to rationalize it, and then he said some bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, did y'all catch that? So first, he's explaining how he doesn't want the comp to revolve around Zaza, which is a valid concern. However, that's not reality. If Zaza is on your team, you don't have to revolve your comp around Zaza. I don't know where he's getting they're gonna explode her in 2 seconds when they're literally winning scrim blocks just fucking fine, right? They just won the scrim block. She didn't get exploded in 2 seconds. She died one fucking time.
Low-key,
So-
let me say something real quick. They literally found what they needed to win, by the way. They had an Angela and they won.
Yeah.
Like,
So
they can't get Dove. I'm so confused. Just play Angela. Like, it's literally... Widow is good against Spider-Man.
yeah.
Widow
yes.
is broken against Spider-Man.
Yeah. So they're like
Venom Spider-Man, not so much, but if you have an Angela just poking out the Venom in Spider-Man...
Now again, I might not be the best Rivals player, but I think I have some sort of brains here, maybe. But what they're saying here is a load of bullshit, because the issue was never Zaza's skill as a whole. The issue was the fact that she was playing a character who was extremely situational and trying to make her work throughout the entire tourney. And they're sitting here saying like, oh well, you guys are doing good during the scrim matches, which I don't think people would unironically take the scrims as serious as they would the tournament. And I don't think they'd reveal their entire game plan during the scrims and then play the exact same during the tourney, especially after they're losing. And then another thing, Widow can only focus on one person at a time, and it takes her roughly 2 seconds per kill per person, assuming they're squishy enough to die in the first place. Now let it be somebody big like a tank or something in the way, and then the time gets exponentially worse. With that being said, again, and this game has a lot of high health heavy hitters that can focus on multiple people extremely quickly and have a low time to kill. Widow, objectively, is a stupid pick here. And even though they're winning the scrims, does not mean they're gonna win the tournament. And then they're saying how, well, Widow didn't die, so she wasn't an issue. Not dying is also somewhat of an issue because she's just sitting there the whole time, being protected and getting healed nonstop, while Kingsman is actually fucking 1v4ing half their team, and she's just in the back making sure to confirm the kills every once in a while. It's not equal work being put in on these characters, which is an issue with Rivals as a whole. But Zaza's playing a character where it's easy to reap benefits on, while also it's hard to get value with as well. I don't know why we're sitting here in a tournament saying stats matter when it's way more to this game than what the stats say. Black Widow can't do that much damage compared to somebody like Moon Knight. So if Kingsman is fighting 4 people and Zaza has to focus on 2, obviously she's gonna have an easier time getting the kills, especially since she's being protected. So yes, Kingsman had a valid point. Why should they balance the team around Zaza when they should be balancing it around him, because he's their win condition, or one of their many win conditions actually. But then they're trying to sit here and gaslight it and say like, oh well, Black Widow's actually a good character, she's great against Spider-Man, which everybody's good against Spider-Man, but at the same time everybody also fucking sucks at Spider-Man. It just depends at who's playing Spider-Man and how good they are. And I know this is the rank 1 Spider-Man saying this or whatever, but like a lot of people stop playing Spider-Man because he just isn't worth it. So him being rank 1 doesn't mean shit to me, especially since I used to play Spider-Man and don't think Spider-Man is worth playing at all. Again, I wasn't like the best Spider-Man, and I'm not trying to say I was one of the best Spider-Man, but I'm saying you can make Spider-Man work against people he shouldn't be working against, the same way you can make him lose fights he should be winning. That should not be indicative of what you can expect from a Black Widow, because 9 times out of 10 Black Widow is not fighting multiple divers, which is what Kingsman had an issue with saying. If Black Widow's fighting 2 people, she dies, but because she was getting healed the whole time and babysat while Kingsman was in the fucking paint carrying the team on his back, which obviously she wouldn't die as much. She has 2 people with 3 people behind her, while Kingsman is alone at the front lines fighting 4 people alone.
I see the problem right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, but like, what is it?
Right.
You're winning, bro.
Competitive. That's the thing. Competitive aspect. He is right. Right.
Yeah. Sure.
Right. Competitive aspect. Right, chat. He is correct. Widow is not going to work into every comp. It is going to be very difficult to play around. However, he just won the round.
It's like I get
by
it.
hard carrying. He just won
But
the round
like
by hard
he's
carrying.
18-2. Like I'm not.
Like,
I'd be like, I'm doing this shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
like,
like
you gotta understand. You're against the rank 1
why,
venom,
like
you're
you
against
can't
City,
bash. You cannot bash Zaza for this, bro. You're not in a ranked lobby, chat. This is not a ranked lobby. That is not a random teammate in ranked where they're like, oh, I'm not gonna swap Widow. Fuck you.
Bruh, I'm not swapping up with Black Twitter.
And you're just sitting there like, oh, I have this shit to throw on my team, right? Zaza's a part of your fucking team. You have to act like it no matter what, bro.
11-1, 11-3.
Like you have to act like it no matter what, bro. Like you got invited to this tournament, bro. This is not your tourney. Like it does not matter. I can't lie.
You see, Zaza is 0-5, but we won the point, bro. Why? Because
True, facts.
Like
Facts.
that means 4 of their util, 4 of their resources.
Holy shit, I don't care. Right? Why are you shitting on her instead of gassing yourself? Exactly, bro. Just be like, I'm the fucking king. Just be like, I might be the king.
I'm the fucking goat.
Just be like, I might be the king. Look, even his chat is literally saying, Kingsman, stop, bro. You don't crash out on them, bro. They're saying, Kingsman, stop.
So something that's like weird about this, he says this isn't the random ranked game. You can't crash out on your team. You know, in my opinion, that makes this even more justified because it's not ranked. It's actual money behind this. The fuck is he talking about? This is a tournament. Again, I'm not saying Kingsman should just go out there and bully Zaza, but I don't like how they're trying to sit there and be like, you should feel lucky to even join. Because yes, kind of true, but you shouldn't be forced to be somebody you're not. No, yeah, he should try to keep it cordial. Most people would try to keep it cordial. That's the right thing to do, but I'm not gonna sit here and try to turn him into a demon because he's also acting like how he is. If I was invited to a public place, I'm being me. I don't care if that makes somebody mad. You're allowed to be who you are. You don't have to change yourself just because you got invited to something. But yeah, though, you probably should try to be nice, just in case it isn't clear enough.
Some bullshit.
Now, how does he get that kill, bro? What the fuck?
Because they are hard. They're low-key hard focusing. To be more.
I also want to talk about this. This is low-key lame ass shit. They're trying to cherry pick moments and be like, oh, how the fuck did he do this? Like, I would have just died there. Like, no, you wouldn't. And then on top of that, he's playing Magic, so obviously he's gonna get the kill there. And he immediately got punished for it too. So their point also doesn't even really fully make sense. Like, they're just trying to hard focus, and they're like, well, they're just hard focusing on Black Widow. When in the clip, you see like 4 people on him. They're just on dick for some reason. I don't know what it is. Now, I'm tempted to say it seemed like they want some out of this, but I don't know. It looks like DR to me. Dick riding Zaza. Because no, he didn't get that kill because of Zaza. He got that kill because he fucking took the kill.
Getting yelled at.
Cat.
You
You know what the fundamental issue is, bro?
Listen,
He's
guys,
treating
I'm
Zaza
just-
like her character and not a fucking person. Like, that shit is insane.
For the composition,
He
like,
sees her
Bucky
as
or
Black
something
Widow
that
and
can
not
kill for
fucking
sword
Zaza stack.
Widow
That is like
that
evil,
is
bro.
better. Because Widow
That is evil.
so frail,
That is fucking
so
evil.
squishy, and I know this because I've gone against.
My man wants to fuck so bad, bro. Holy shit, take it out your mouth, because what does this even mean? This is some insane LARP, which, by the way, later on, he says he didn't do. But how the fuck is he treating her like Black Widow by telling her to swap? The fuck does that even mean in this context? Oh, he sees her as Black Widow. Like, the fuck does that mean, bro? So what would swapping be in this case? Would swapping be her fucking dying or some shit? Being reborn, reincarnated? The fuck is he talking about, brother? Like, it just seems so bad. Oh my god. And then he tries to throw out therapy words by saying this is some evil, disgusting shit, or not therapy words, but he tries to go out there and throw some like fucking extreme words out there. Like, no, that's not evil. That's not sick. What you're doing is evil and sick, bro.
Good point. You're so right about that, and we're still gonna play Widow. I
Zaza,
don't.
did you upvote everyone except
There's a workaround.
Spider-Man. Here's my Chronica Online, bro. No, he's just competitive, bro. Like, we get that. We know that. This is not how you treat.
Play Loki Mantis Gambit.
This is just not how you. This is just not how you act, bro. Like, I don't know.
You're mad
Thank
at
you.
me.
And
They're
if you
just
want to win,
arguing.
let's channel that and play one of the characters that'll help our team composition.
I'm playing fucking
Guys,
Widow.
I'm just here to accept. I'm just here to accept.
Way
that
later in
Kingsman
DMs
is a
while he was in
meta
ranked?
slave and we're never
Okay,
gonna
skip
Meta
that. I think
slave.
we've got the
I'm
premise.
playing Magic.
Calm down, bro.
Yeah, but what, like,
Calm down, bro. Skip a little bit ahead.
Man, isn't that such a good friend, bro? Trying to bash you because there's girls around. Man, where do we see this at? And then on top of that, like, again, my fault for being competitive during a tournament, bro. Let's just all fuck around and jack off in the corner. 'Cause that's what we need to do. Let's have a good old friendly circle jerk together. How about that?
This is a really dive heavy team.
Dude, here's the thing. They didn't have a fucking problem with Zaza when they were against us, and we rolled them. And she did fine, and we fucking beat them. Like,
No, we
what?
get it. That's fine.
They didn't have a single problem. And guess what? Kingsman didn't carry shit. Like, what? Because I was actually checking him in the backline, but he didn't carry shit, and they didn't say shit about Zaza. So I don't get why all of a sudden she does bad during a scrim block and you just shit on her completely.
I know.
That doesn't make any
Really
fucking sense, chat.
you know?
That does not make any fucking sense, bro. Hold on, bro.
Chill,
Because
chill.
I'm gonna pull up this whole fucking. I'm gonna pull this shit up. Like, chat. Why the fuck did he not say a word when this scrim happened? Look at this shit. Look. She dropped more finals than him. Why are we not disrespecting Zaza here? I don't get it. They had no fucking problems, but they lost. So that doesn't make any sense. If they fucking lost, why is it not a problem? And she's negative. It's like it's a huge thing. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It works. It can work, right? Like they're running Gambit Loki, Widow Magic. They played fine. Look. Didn't say a word about it. There was even a game they won, right? There was even a game they fucking won. Look at what Zaza's doing. Look, she's 20 finals. Nobody nuked her in 2 seconds. She had 20 finals when they won that scrim block. They outfragged him. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fucky? That shit makes no sense. Why are we acting like Zaza's legitimately running their game down? That is not what's happening. Like, not at all.
Now this dude is so weird. He goes on a whole tangent saying, well, I beat you guys. Well, like, no shit. They don't have damage. Of course you beat them. That's why Black Widow's the issue. Congratulations for confirming it. But he tried to say, no, the reason why you lost was because you weren't helpful to the team. I checked you. I made sure to beat you. Like, that's proving his point. You beat the best player and then they all just collapse. Then he said, well, she had more kills than him. Not only were they all not playing divers and are focusing, her. But that's actually a good strategy, by the way. If they wanted to win, just go all divers and focus the Widow. That makes it a 5 versus 6. But no, you want to sit there and be like, oh, we sat there and checked Kingsman the whole time, and then they lost because of it. Like, obviously Kingsman's the best player, and the whole team, just if you look at the stats of it, he's like saying, well, why don't we talk about your stats? Again, you're in a competitive game. You shouldn't sit there and be like, stats matter, stats mean everything. That's brain dead. But okay, the whole team is lapping them in damage except for Kingsman. Kingsman is the only person dealing damage on this team compared to their entire team. Their entire team all together almost has what Kingsman has, but then compared to Kingsman team, they're not even close to what he has in damage. Like, yes, no wonder they lose. And then it doesn't matter that Black Widow had finals, because she can get finals in 2 shots. But the issue is, it's not gonna be finals that actually matter or change the game. It's not like she made sure they had healers the whole game. I'm sure she probably just sat there and focused the fucking Bucky or some shit that was like low every once in a while.
Look, I agree. Bro, I don't get it.
Talk shit. I just tell people to shut up when they're talking shit. That's all.
Oh, that was Aura, bro.
I didn't talk shit at all.
I didn't
When did
talk
I
shit
talk
at
shit?
all. Yes, she did.
They're like, huh? And now they're shitting on. Now they're rage baiting, which is kind of fucked up. Hate farming. I'm not hate farming, bro. Cause again, I'm gonna say it one more time. I understand Kingsman, where he's coming from competitively. I understand exactly where he's coming from, right? The way he went about it is what's wrong. That's it. I'm not hate farming it. Justifying Bosm's decision for everyone being like, why did he get kicked? Free Kingsman.
I just feel bad.
He did a bad thing and the consequences came.
Now this is some LARP. You can tell it's LARP because he's like, guys, I'm not doing this to be a dickhead or to hate farm. I'm just saying what Basm did was correct, which even Basm himself said was wrong. He said he made a mistake. They went out of their way, from what I know apparently, and from what I've seen apparently with these messages that I've showed y'all in the last video. They went out of their way to get him kicked, and they was against him from the very start. They were doing this so he would have a chance of losing. They target him and single them out from the tourney to make sure he lose. Absolute loser behavior, from what I've been told, from what I've seen, what a lot of drama channels are saying, what this Kingsman doc was saying. Absolute loser behavior. And then you're trying to say, well, he was shit talking Zaza. I didn't see him shit talk him. I didn't see him shit talk her. All he said was Widow isn't a good idea, and Widow absolutely was not a good idea. And then she tried to like have this walk up moment because she won the game and she MVP, and it's like, oh well, I just don't like when people call me shit. Brother, he never said you're shit. He just said it's a bad choice to pick, especially when you said you could play characters like Phoenix or Hela or Punisher, who would be a much more helpful team player than fucking Widow. And great job, you won a singular game and then flopped every other part of the tournament. I don't know why they're trying to sit there and be like, well, they was on track to winning. No, they weren't. Once somebody replaced Kingsman, who was also near his level, and they fucking lost quick as shit, just like Kingsman predicted. Whoop-de-doo.
I don't get it. So just shut up for 2 seconds and just play this goddamn sprint. I don't get it.
W team captain. W team captain. WC. No, W
concerned about their dive.
I mean, to be fair, he has been complaining for the past fucking 2 hours.
And they've been winning, and they've been fucking winning, and they've been winning. I mean, bruh. I mean, dude.
Grown ass man. Have some respect.
Bro, I hope you get what you're trying to get out of this clip, bro. Like, I hope you're really, I hope it feel good or some shit, dog, cause man, this level of selling out your friend, nutty as fuck. And then on top of that, this fucking bitch in the background sitting there like, grown ass man, have some respect. Brother, these niggas are so lame, dog. Oh my god. We playing Marvel Rivals. Your profile picture Spider-Man, bro. Like, what do you mean grown ass man, dog? It's Marvel Rivals. It's not like he's going to fucking war. Stop being lame. These niggas are lame as fuck, dog. Like, I could also be like 2 grown-ass men sitting there bullying and bitching out on their best or on somebody that they were friends with because shit, there's pussy involved or money. I bet this is how you felt saying that, bro. Couldn't even say it with your chest fully up. Had to sit there and stutter it.
Top of that, you have Mike's above you, who's someone I've queued with for months. Before this whole situation happened, he was on my MRC team. He has been my friend for the longest time.
And this dude right here, big weirdo, long story short, he tried to like falsely spin narratives to be in his favor, to sit there and paint Kingsman as being like an ultra villain. Go watch Kingsman video on it for the, you know, his side of the story. I really don't want to take too much views from Kingsman here. This is his story. I'm not trying to profit off of it. Well, maybe a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. But like, I also warned you, I just want to get my opinions out here because this is weird to me, and Kingsman didn't say enough in my opinion. I hate watching people get bullied, and I want to actually help people. So soon after, PicknRoll made a video about Kingsman, and this is how he started it off.
During the tournament situation. And number 3, act disrespectful and egotistical to anybody in the Rivals creator scene. However, due to a lack of context, he is treated like an angel that can do no wrong. A huge platform does not scare me, nor do I give a fuck about any of your sexist fans coming after me in my comments. Here is my side disproving your lies and giving you nothing but the facts. About a month ago, when Kingsman's original video about being kicked with over 3 million views has a portion falsely accusing me of hate farming. Here's the clip from that.
It's unfortunate because I don't want him to have to suffer because of this. I go into PicknRoll stream, by the way, and he's like LARPing or something like that. I like said some crazy shit like insane
Well,
shit.
yeah, that's what I was like. Oh,
That's
by everyone.
exactly, bro. I'm telling you, that's where it originated. It's PicknRoll.
So this dude immediately starts off by saying, I never LARPed or hate farmed or said anything, despite all the clips that we just seen of him doing that exact thing. And then he likes to be like, but wait, there's context. And then the context is the same clip we just seen. And then he's like, I wasn't trying to do it though. Just because you're not trying to do something doesn't mean you're not doing it. Like, oh, I didn't try to kill this person. I just happened to point the gun at him and shoot him.
So, after seeing this clip, I decide to privately DM him. One of his favorite lies to tell on stream is that if you ever have a problem with him, to avoid drama farming, just message him privately.
I always try and be as genuine as possible. There's other issues I've had with other people. We work them out in DMs all the time. Like, it's just this.
However, in his video, he briefly flashed our DMs on screen and didn't even read over any of them. So I will be doing that in this video.
This whole thing just lacks self-awareness. Like, this is kind of insane and scary. When he reads it out loud, like, that changes any of the points that was made. I don't know if I'm missing something or what, but this changes nothing.
I'm trying to say that I'm drama farming or I just wanted to make a video. I tried to resolve it in private, but Kingsman obviously thought he was way above that.
Brother, you started off downplaying the situation insanely, and then immediately, like, you're trying to press him, talking to him like that. And then on top of that, he doesn't owe you an explanation, especially when you're gonna be talking to him like that. He doesn't owe you anything.
The next lie I want to go over and disprove is the text and editing in his response video that just like is an attempt to make me look terrible while I'm going over the situation. Realize this tournament is content first, competitive second, right? You are competitive for the sake of content, all right? He puts $40,000 tournament, by the way, on screen here to make me look privileged and that I don't care about $40,000 and that I'm just telling him to play for content instead. That is not the case. The most you can win from this tournament is $3,000, which is significantly less than $40,000. I would not be saying to play for content if the most you can win from this tournament was the entire prize pool. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, here is the official prize pool from the tournament.
So about this whole point, yeah, I guess you can say Kingsman over-exaggerated it because it's only really a $2,000 tournament. But like, man, it's not really him trying to act like and manipulate the situation to show that you're privileged. You're just showing that you're privileged because $3,000 is still a lot. I did that math with somebody, and if you're getting paid $15 an hour, that's like 3 weeks in an overtime in some places. That's a lot of money, a whole month's worth of fucking paycheck right there.
For the tournament, scrimmed a best-of-3 series against Kingsman's team. Proof that they can play around Widow is the fact that she got MVP every single game for their team. Not only that, here is a clip of the Widow and Magic ultimate combo that I was talking about being used by them.
Now at this point here, he's trying to show Kingsman's a liar because Kingsman got one thing wrong. And let's just, oh my god, bro. All right, now let's say this is true, right? That's still one thing he's wrong about, and he showed fucking proof for everything else. It's like you can give constant proof, but the one moment you have one weakness, somebody tries to be like, oh wait, nope, you said this, that means your point's immediately invalid. No, that's slow. That's slow as shit. And then 2, well, you know, she MVP'd whenever they won. Yeah, but I also say she also MVP'd when they lost. And the point is, just because you MVP doesn't mean you deserve to win or lose. It just means you're stat padding the best. Like if MVPs meant something, they wouldn't be given out to every other Jeff just for holding down left click the entire game. Especially when somebody's playing for the team and trying to do risky plays that doesn't get shown on the stats. Meanwhile, the other person's just in the back farming kills. Like, be so for real. You should know this, bro.
Lied about it. Here is another clip from his response video about his character that he thinks I pulled out of nowhere. Holy shit, I don't care who's right. Why are you shitting on her instead of gassing yourself? Exactly, bro. Just be like, I'm the fucking king. Just be like, I might be the king.
I'm the fucking GOAT.
Now in this clip, Kingsman claims to not have an ego. Although there are multiple clips and videos of Kingsman having negative interactions with both teammates and other content creators in Ranked, what I want to talk about is an interaction that happened in one of the more recent Marvel Rivals tournaments.
And the whole issue with that tournament was also, again, the fact that he got kicked. He could have got moved teams or something. And then also, he didn't say he didn't have an ego. He never claimed to not have an ego. He just said, I'm not an egomaniac, because he didn't sit there and gas himself up every time he did good. But then they're trying to frame it by saying, well, he said he's pitch perfect, which nobody thinks that. Nobody assumed that. Obviously, he has an ego, which is why he's telling her to switch, which is why he's playing a competitive game, which is why he's even in a competitive setting. You need an ego to a certain extent to do any of those things. To be the best, you have to have an ego.
All these people saying that I'm trying to simp or be a performative male for CeCe and Zaza is like, that doesn't make any sense. Hate farming, I'm not hate farming, bro, because again, I'm gonna say it one more time. I understand Kingsman, where he's coming.
Shush, Kingsman, you're not allowed to talk.
And now they're shitting on, now they're rage baiting, which is kind of fucked up.
This does not exonerate you from any of the past things you said. If Kingsman is fucking a bad person, then shit, I don't know what that makes you, brother.
My take on the Bosm tournament situation that happened between Kingsman and his team, because there was obviously some misinterpretation from when I initially went over it. CeCe, Zaza, and Lucy are at fault for responding to Kingsman the way they did. He was clearly trying to win. They should have been more willing to swap and try new things. However, Kingsman also held some fault. He is not exempt from blame. I understand he needed the money. I understand how competitive Kingsman is. I've been playing against him for months. Still, it is a content creator tournament. You have to realize that playing in it is a privilege.
Holy shit, this sounds forced. I don't know, this sounds so terrible. I'm not gonna say it's ChatGPT, but it definitely does sound like it. And then also, kinda correct, yeah, it's a privilege to be playing in a tournament like this, you know. He doesn't have to be invited to the tournaments, other people that could have been invited. But let's not act like it's also a privilege for him to play with them too, because he's big and up and coming. Or maybe he wasn't back then, but either way, it's a privilege on both ends. A privilege you get people to have people in your tournament, it's also a privilege that you're getting invited to one. But let's not sit here and act like fucking Kingsman deserves to be hated on. Well, I mean, obviously a lot of people know that Kingsman probably could have said a lot of stuff better. That's the first thing I've always heard. Out of this whole situation, I've never seen somebody say Kingsman was completely innocent. It's just that the other side was so much worse that it was actually insane. And that's true. This video kind of comes off as like a, man, Kingsman was getting too much love. I just had to make sure everybody knows that he's not completely innocent in this one. Like, okay, I don't know, bro. I barely heard you say anything bad about them, despite all of the crazy shit that they were saying and doing, and you only just hopped on your man Kingsman. And so yeah, it seems like a bunch of LARP to me. You can say you're not, but at the end of the day, it's still what you're doing. Yeah, so this dude ended up messing up his career badly with this one already. The video did so bad, he ended up getting ratioed by people in his comment section. And I ain't saying everybody in the YouTube comment section is right, but this is one of those few times that they're not wrong.